Everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. Here we're going to talk about all health, fitness, wellness, holistic health, all those good energy healing vibes. So today I wanted to chat with you all about this recent class that I had done called Healing Through the Chakra Systems, and kind of how each disease and illness and injury has some form of energy behind it. So for example, throughout the research that I had been doing for my book, A Survivor Story, A Holistic Healing Journey Through Cancer, which I don't think I have on me right now, but the obviously there's the environmental factor and like the scientific research behind like why cancer can develop in terms of like, carcinogens plus a virus equals the DNA destabilization. Now, on the other flip side of the coin, you have the energetics behind cancer and what it actually means. And so my research was that I found, and this was through Louise Hay and her work. This was on repression of power, and then also like resentment of the past. So the past could be actually like in a past life. It could be maybe in your past in this life. It really doesn't matter. It's some form of like resentment and repression. And it can really like it manifests in some form of disease or illness. And so in combination with the chakra systems, we have those 4 buckets that I've spoken about in terms of holistic health. And that would be your mental, your physical, your emotional, and your spiritual. And if one of those buckets is empty or overflowing, it's going to be an issue in terms of your overall health and well-being. One book that I highly suggest, and I really like found this absolutely fascinating, actually 2 books. Okay, so the first one would be from Louise Hay. This one is Heal Your Body, the mental causes for physical illness and the metaphysical way to overcome them. So these are, what she has in this book is fascinating. I'll read one, for example. Let's see. What do people suffer with, like, mostly? Oh, let's see. All right, so let's talk about actually this one that stuck out to me, bulimia. Very prevalent in young women. And this is saying the energetics behind bulimia is hopeless terror, a frantic stuffing and purging of self-hatred, which makes sense. So now with that, she has an affirmation that goes with that, where you can say this to yourself, because affirmations will help change the energy in your body, and it will also help move things around, and it will change your nervous system for the better. So what she has is, I am loved and nourished and supported by life itself. It is safe for me to be alive. So again, if you had maybe like a childhood trauma where your safety was an issue, that also has to do with your root chakra, and some different aspects of that. So it's really important to take note of like our energy, and like where we are human beings, we are energy beings. So it only makes sense that everything around us is energy. Obviously, where energy goes, energy flows. And you can't destroy you can't destroy energy. So you have to transmute it. So the only way to do that is through healing. Okay. If you just want to dig it down deep, and it really will come up, it will become a cycle in your life, and it will just keep coming up until when you manifest some form of disease, illness, or injury. And you get to a point where you either are asleep and you stay asleep, or you become awake and you work on your healing and you work on your inner work, and you continue to put forth what you need to put forth. So a few of the classes that I teach, one which I just mentioned, Healing Through the Chakra Systems, With that is certain ways to eat and also certain ways to exercise. So for example, with your sacral chakra, okay, so that's like where your womb space would be for women. That's like creativity and reproduction and bringing to life. And that's like a beautiful, vibrant orange color. So with that, you want to be eating more like sweet potatoes, yams, oranges. You want to be eating whole, fresh foods that have that color, right? And create vitality within our bodies and keep us healthy. Vitamin C, that's orange. So that makes sense. Now with this, you want to be doing more like flow state exercise. So this would be like Tai Chi or yoga or walking, the mobility work that I speak heavily on, maybe foam rolling, things that are going to get, you know, your heart rate's going to stay low, but also your body is flowing and it's moving and it's getting things through. The other book that I find absolutely fascinating, it's called Through the Chakras, okay? It's How Chakras Rule Different Phases of Our Lives. This is by Dr. Ravi Ratan and Dr. Meena Ratan. And this book, it has heavy research in it. So this isn't just anything that is like made up and a fallacy. Like this is Eastern medicine. There's research and it is proven with specific like healing modalities. And I mean, if you hear people who have had near-death experiences or had diseases that they could not get rid of, and then they do like some form of healing session and they, you know, work with someone and then the illness or disease just disappears and no one can explain it. It has to do with energy. It has to do with things flowing and things moving. So that's one way we can look at it. Okay, so next question I usually get. So one of the other classes that I teach, it's called movement and meditation. And I'm bringing together the being outside in nature, grounding, walking, and then doing these mobility exercises, which is directly affiliated with your joints, right? So, and each body part and organs is affiliated with each energy system and energy point. So if you can get your body moving properly and efficiently, it's also going to help with your energy and energy healing. So, you know, if you're doing mobility where you're working through those specific joint ranges of movement so that your body can actually like move the energy around and flow with it, you'll actually find that you can work through that energy a lot easier. And then top that off with, you know, walking, eating and fueling your body right. And then doing like the healing, you know, where it's like soul coaching or therapy or energy healing sessions, acupuncture, massage, you know, those types of things, where you're doing that inner work, you're going to see magic happen basically. So you want to be combining all of these modalities together in order to create and sustain health and wellness, because it's not just one thing. It's not one piece of the puzzle that's going to get you to that space. You have to include all of the modalities and weld it together as like one piece, because everything is connected. It's mind, body, soul. It's they're all weaved and interconnected. So holism is the connection and interconnection between mind, body, and soul. And these buckets that I speak on and teach on. So it's super important to realize that if you are diagnosed with the disease, really take a look at what the energetics behind that disease and illness is, because that can actually create maybe more of a change in your mindset and a shift in your nervous system, which will help with the healing process. And the healing process can only begin when you're in the rest and digest state. This is called your parasympathetic nervous system, where you're calm, where your body's like, okay, it's safe, and we're able to heal. And the body is a machine. It can do what it needs to do and it can heal. Breath work is also very important. So breathing, if you think about it, you know, you can live without food for, anywhere between 21 to 30 days. You can live without water for maybe 7 to 10 days. But for our breath, you would only survive seconds. So if that's cut off, life is cut off. So it's very important to incorporate all of these pieces together: mind, body, soul, breath. Okay. That's all I got for you guys today. I just felt like I needed to, kind of make a video on this, especially because I've been teaching a lot on this. I will add all of the courses and classes that you can find where I teach on this. I'll also add where you can find my book, A Survivor Story, A Holistic Healing Journey Through Cancer. Also, it will be on Audible very soon, so I'm very excited. Stay tuned for that. I'll probably make an announcement. Other than that, I hope this helps, and I hope you found some form of information that you can take with you and utilize on a daily basis. Until next time, bye.